In this video, you will open an existing family in the Family Editor, use reference planes and dimensional constraints, create a simple extrusion, create and apply a new material, control clearance zone visibility, and test the edited family in a project. In addition to ensuring adequate space for electrical equipment in a layout, provision must also be made to ensure there is sufficient clearance around each piece of equipment for access. To achieve this, we will work in the Family Editor to incorporate a three-dimensional volume to an existing piece of electrical equipment. This will include working with reference planes, dimensions and constraints to ensure the stability of the geometry. We will also create and apply a custom material to easily distinguish the clearance zone from the equipment itself. By including clearance zones in this way, we can check for anything that could prevent access during installation or maintenance. Begin by opening the Revit project file E04_02. Ensure the current view is Power Floor Plans 1 Power. Zoom into the area containing the electrical equipment in this view. Then open the switchboard in the Family Editor. From the project browser, open the floor plan reference level. Here, we will start by adding reference planes that will define the extent of the clearance zone. From the Create tab of the ribbon, select the Reference Plane command and draw two vertical reference planes, one either side of the equipment. And draw one reference plane to the front. Select the Annotate tab, then using the Aligned Dimension command, dimension to each of the new reference planes from the existing reference planes that represent the outer faces of the cabinet. Edit the dimensions for the vertical reference plane to 4 inches and the horizontal reference plane to 3 feet. Then, select and lock each of the dimensions. Select the Create tab from the ribbon and from the Forms panel, select Extrusion. Then, from the Draw panel, select the Rectangle command and draw a rectangle across the reference planes. To ensure the finished extrusion is locked to the reference planes, pick the 4 padlocks you can see. Once complete, select Finish Edit Mode from the ribbon. In this instance, we'll simply set the height of the clearance zone to match the height of the switchboard. From the project browser, open the front elevation view and drag the extrusion to the switchboard height reference plane, and then select the lock. From the project browser, open View 1 from the 3D views. The next step is to apply an appropriate material to the clearance zone. Select the extrusion and from the Properties, edit the Material parameter and access the Material browser. Scroll down the list of materials, select Glass, then create a duplicate from the drop-down menu. Select the Identity tab in the Material browser and rename the material Clearance Zone. And change the description to the same. Finally, select the Graphics tab and change the color to magenta. Select OK to finish. From the View control bar, change the visual style to shaded to see the final appearance of the clearance zone. The clearance zone will be useful when laying out electrical equipment but needs to have the option to be hidden when not required. Select the extrusion and from the Properties, associate the Visible family parameter. The parameter for the clearance zone doesn't exist, so let's go ahead and create one. Select New Parameter, and from the Parameter Properties window, name the parameter Clearance Zone. Make this an instance parameter so that the clearance zone can be controlled at an instance level. Then finally, group the parameter under Graphics. Then close all windows. Load the edited family into the project and overwrite the existing version. By reviewing the clearance zone in Plan View or a 3D view, it can be determined if the current placement of the switchboard is suitable or if some repositioning is required. Once the final positions have been established, the clearance zones for the electrical equipment can be switched off from the properties. By adding clearance zones within the family editor, using reference planes, dimensions and constraints, we can develop a library of consistent, easy to manage content that can be used across multiple projects to assist in the placement of electrical equipment. If required, the clearance zones can also be used as part of a more detailed clash detection process.